Hello guys, Susanna here. Well, I am back again for our vintage sewing project. We're going to be doing the first block, which is cross stitch. So, so that's our page. I haven't finished putting it together. I will probably put one of the things together. So this page that we're doing today is going to be the first page that'll be stuck in here, and because it's got this background fabric I won't need to have a bit of calico, so that's what we're doing today. So I thought I'd show you the kits and everything that you need. So okay, I've got 15 kits, as you know, and 4, and that includes the next one and some of the other ones. Some of them have got a bit of a bluey theme, sort of like that blue background instead of that, and then this, I could probably show you using this bit of fabric. So they all get the pattern, which is that cross stitch pattern here, and then the word cross stitch, which we're going to be putting down the bottom. Oop. It's got a bit of this at the end piece. Always get you guys a good piece. So this is the pink one, which is what you get, and we're going to be, actually I probably could even put it that way so that it can stay up there like that. So we're going to be learning how to do cross stitch, and I think, is there a right and wrong way? I don't know, maybe that way. So I'll put it up high, and I might even do some crosses in that part. The button is going to go into the middle, so that's what that button is for. And for everyone gets one of these and this, so that you can wrap the skein around that. For the blue background one, it's the same, except for you get this eider down, then this blue background, and this you've got to cut that into the size, so still got to do that. So that's what you get, and there's only 4 of them, all the rest are in that other colorway. So I will tell you what you need to do, but you still get the pink button for there, and you get the pink skein. So I'll just put that aside, fix that up in a minute. Okay, yeah, you all get that pattern. I'm using one that's not that photocopied that great. So now cross stitch, give you a bit of a background with some cross stitch, because we are learning techniques after all. So just get this little book out. Now cross stitch is something that you do, I mean, a lot of you probably have seen, yeah, you'd be living under a rock if you haven't seen cross stitch techniques somewhere along the line, and for some people it looks a little bit daunting. The method I'm going to be showing is the counted cross stitch. So these are the patterns that you get, and this is for, you know, a bit more expert. What we're going to be doing is just a simple heart in 4 hearts in each of those. So you do, you know, get a bit of practice. By the 4th one you'll be expert. So and it's only 1 color, so you only need, you know, like, so give you a bit of an example. Ecru, so you know they've got that's why there's all these different shapes and patterns, and it tells you what color. So you would do 3 stitches in, what's that one going that way, that one, say dark brown beige, 1 2 3, there you go, 1 more, over 4. So it lets you know yeah, I'll give you a bit more instructions, but I'm just giving you, you know, the things that you can do with cross stitch. We're starting at the very basic core, but you can do all sorts. I mean, this is an old book. That's really, I know that's different style. I think I might have got the pattern from this book here. More cross stitch. Oh, this is really pretty. A forest of fruits. So I think they might be placemats, but they make good bookmarks. This is really pretty. Rose to Dream By. I love that. And then this, I don't know if you guys remember, way back I did my stitchery sampler, and I did it on gingham. And gingham you can do without actually using some sort of, this is called like Aida cloth, or things that's got holes in them to help you with the cross stitch, because they are little squares and they automatically do it. But that is very common practice back in the day. This is called vintage sewing, so that's a very vintage way of doing it. So there you go, even that's cross stitch. So the basic step of cross stitch, you know, this is a really good book, one I've showed you before, A to Z of Embroidery Stitches. It's an old book from the 90s, but they still have it out today. So you can go on eBay or whatever, Amazon, and get it. Very basic. You just go from A to B, you go along doing your either sideways or up and down, which is what we're going to be doing, and then you go back. So shows you the basic step here. Now I'll give you, I'll give you the measurements of these pieces. I don't know whether that blue one is, I think your pieces might be cut out the same, but so that's 6 inches by 7 inches. This piece here is determined by what size book that you get. And then that centerpiece is 5.5 inches by 5 inches. So 5 inches going across and 5 inches going down. So now what we do, I've got you this piece here, and I'll probably do this off camera. Where did I put my pen? I'll just use this one. Now this is a DMC cotton, and it's 962. This is what I usually like to do, 962 DMC. For now, I am just going to, you know, like cut a piece off. I've actually learned something from doing this. Like my husband was helping me trying to unwind it, and all the time I was thinking that it was just this size that you unwind, but you actually unwind it like you open that up again. I'm just going to find a piece, but it is easier if you put it onto you know, put it onto something, so you just wind it on like that. I'll do that later because it takes a little while. So I'm going to maybe cut a thread about that big, something like that, and so you get your pencil out. Look, got something squished at the front where I'm sitting. Now let's see, how well are we in camera? I might even go in just a tad. Okay, you'll have your pattern. Okay, now how many is it going across? It's 11 going across, and I think I did count. I will do that in a minute. Where are we? I'm going to get a tapestry needle. There we go. Now that's one square, so 1, 2, I'm going to count how far. I know it seems really annoying to begin with. So that's 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So it goes across 11. So we are going to go, and I think I will look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So it's exactly a square. So we are going to, so that's 11. How many across? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 across. Okay, well, I've got to figure this out so that you don't have to. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 11. That's 10. So we will come in. Okay. 1, 2, 3. It's the first one that gets you. Once you've got the first one, now I'm going to do the trick of that. What's her name? Tortoise. Sarah from Roxy Creations. Come from the middle. I want 2 strands. There's 6 strands on the thing, and if we come from the middle and pull, only pull 2 strands, it seems to work a little easier. Okay, seems to. Okay, now I'm going to try and show you a technique that you use that you don't need the might grab this because it's an iron-on pen. So because it's 14 and that's 10, so, and that's 11. So we're going to come in. Each one of them is a hole, right? So we're counting 1, top one, yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, down, and probably 2 in. 1, 2, there we go. So go 1, 2, 3. That's where you start. So 3 little holes, that's where they are. 1, 2, 3, and then 6 down. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, that's where we start. So we're going to come in. So I'll just put that down. 6 down, 3 across to start. Okay. Now, so actually, if I'm going to be going down, so we come out on the top. And this is how to do it without doing knots, okay? And we go yep, down and across, and in that, just the first one is a little bit, so down, hold that, and we go across. We want to hold that thread down. Oh my goodness. Okay, do it again. Not always easy. Sometimes I just find for myself personally, I think it is, I don't mind having knots. So we're going to go down and across, and then hopefully that grabs. You want to grab that, okay? And then when you go down and across, I'm going to grab that. Okay. Then we go back over, and so hopefully that's grabbed that, and across and through that same hole. This is just to hold it down, and then that's going to go across that way. So when you turn it back over, hopefully it has grabbed. I have put it in the wrong hole. See how easy it is to stuff up? Okay. Now what you do, this is probably not a bad lesson because we can show you what happens, what you do when you make a mistake. When it comes to cross stitching, you always have to unpick, because it's once you're out with one, you're going to be out with all of them. Okay. It's a little bit too far over. There we go. Thank you for your patience. Okay. Whenever I do cross stitch, I usually use DMC thread. Okay. I'm just gonna blow it, do a knot, just to hold it in place for myself. Doesn't bother me, but you've seen how to do it without a knot. It is a fairly big hole. Okay, where are we going? 1, 2, 3 across. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 down. Is a knot. Okay. We're going to go through that. This is not normal Ada, this is from an old tablecloth, so it will be a little bit different. So then we go back through, always go back through the holes, and that's your first lot. So you're using the same hole. So now I find when I do cross stitch, the best thing to do is cross that off. You've done that. Now we go up one, so it's in the same, and then we go across. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And then go back, and this is because it's up and down like that way, but you can go crossways too if it's a different pattern. And then back down and always through that same hole, rather than doing you know, individual crosses. If you want to do that look, you can. So we have now completed that. So put it, so you go up one again. Okay. And then do 1, 2. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 crosses. 2, Don't pull too tight. 3, 4, 5, 6, and then back through. You have it, you know, fairly loose. If you pull it too tight, it's going to not look good. Back through the same holes. Oh, went one too far, see? I'm trying to rush it. Don't rush it. There we go. Okay. 3, 4, 5, 6, and that one, see, I'll go down there, and because it's that first one is in, it's next to it, so if you go up to that hole, it's just going to come back out. So we're going to go across, down, and then that way. So that's what happens when you have it next to it, there, and then just keep going this way. So that one is the same as this one, because we're going to make that heart shape. So we don't need to count this one because it's exactly the same as the first one. 4, oh no, it goes down one more. Okay, so that goes down 7. Oops, see, confusing myself. Going here, and we go down 7 and come back up. It starts the same, but it's one longer. Okay, come back in, up. As I'm saying, by the time you've done 4 of these, you'll be an expert. And you don't need to do that like the chart. There's no, because there's only the one colour, but when you do different colours, they put different pattern. Like the pink is the cross, and then you might have a dot, and that's it's every pattern is for a different colour. That's why they do it. Okay, you've done that one. Now we've got to go down 1, 2, 3. Well, no, let's go down 2, but it's, see, that's 1 cross, 2 cross. So on the top of this one, we go here, because we go down, remember? Looks like it's, okay, and how many do we go down? 1 more than the first one. 1, 2. Excuse my dishwasher. 3, 4, 5, 6, and this is the halfway point, and we basically do the same on the other side. It's opposite, because the little bits that are coming out are from the actual this. Okay, that's probably easier to do the cross stitch while it's on here rather than being on there. Okay, so we've managed to finish that one. Okay, now, so we'll go up. That's 1, 2, so you end up the same as that one, and there's start back down again. So it is pretty easy once you get the hang of it, and it actually looks quite nice. There we go. What I like about cross stitch, because it yeah, so we don't go on the last one, there's only one there, so we've got that little bit there, so we're up, so go back up again. Oh yeah, what I like about cross stitch is it turns out pretty perfect because they're all evenly spaced and squared. So when you get yours and you're doing this, so remember 6 down, 1, 2, 3, that's individual holes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 3 across, 1, 2, 3, that's how you start on all of them. Okay, now the same, and like same as the other one, because you can't go through that same hole, we go for the corner, go up to the top. Just those little things that you need to think of, and going down. Oh, we forgot to cross off this one, there we go, and we stop one off the other one, just repeating what's on the other side. Okay, and there we go, back up again. I'm going to be careful because you can, you know, not come up right, and it doesn't matter. I mean, I've been doing cross stitch for a while, so well, I haven't done it in a while, so that's why I was a bit rusty to start off with. Okay, so we're down again, cross that off, and that's 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we'll have 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we go down 1 again. Now, in order to finish off, I might go across. If you don't want to do a knot, you can just go, I might do just a quick little knot, but then I will go through underneath, just pick up a few, pull it through. And there's our first little heart. Isn't it adorable? So, there we go. If you want to fix up a couple of little bits and pieces, but that's our first heart. So we'll have 4 of them. Then we're going to be putting that on there like this. So, well, that's the first lesson is today, and then we're going to be next time. You need to be tracing that onto there, and I'm going to do a back stitch, and we're going to have the word cross stitch on there. So, and then I will do a running stitch or something like that to hold them together. But so you repeat this 4 times in each of them, and I had to try, and it's a little bit higher on the top, which I'm okay with because the button was in the middle. So it's really hard to try and get to where the middle is, but I think it's going to look really cute with this. So that's part one. So you go and do your homework and finish all your cross stitches, and then maybe even you know, this is going to be like this. Put that on top of there, that's just enough to hold it down, and then the word cross stitch is going to be on there like that. And I want to put the words on there just so you know what, because this is a you know, technique book, so we want to know what we've done. Okay guys, I will see you in the next episode. There you go. Thanks for watching. Bye.